So, for the past few weeks, I decided that I will be launching my AI agency. And for the past few weeks, I've been working on a strategy to try and scale my agency from zero all the way up to 10,000 USD per month, because that's the target that we're trying to reach. And with that in mind, we decided that to come up with a strategy that I will be using for the next few weeks, maybe, or few months on scaling this agency from zero all the way up to 10,000 per month, 10K per month in short. So, if you haven't met before and this is your first time running into me, my name is Harrison and I'm a 20-year-old entrepreneur, and I'm the founder and CEO of Brainbox AI, which is an automation company which I recently built, which is responsible for creating AI automations to different services, creating automations and offering them to different services, or going to businesses and offering them AI services. Now, one of the reasons why I decided to begin this YouTube channel is because I really wanted to document this journey, simply just to prove that it's possible to go from complete nothing and complete zero to scaling your agency or online business. It doesn't matter, but you can actually do it as long as you put in the time, the effort, and you work really, really extremely hard for it. I believe you I believe it's possible to actually achieve this. And that's one of the main reasons why I've launched, or that's one of the main reasons why I started this YouTube channel, is because I wanted to document every single journey from the strategy, the industry, the niche, everything that I'm going to do, I will document on this YouTube channel, for simply because I want, and hopefully inspiring someone or motivating someone who may want to take a similar path. Now, in this video, I will be explaining the exact strategy I'll be using to scale my business. I'll be sharing the niche I'll be using. I'll be sharing the outreach strategy I'll be using. I'll be also sharing the scripts I'll be using as well. So without wasting any much of the time, let's quickly dive into it, with the first one being the outreach method. Now, we probably all know that outreach is the main thing about, we probably all know that outreach is the main part of your business. If you, especially if you're starting something like an agency, the outreach really matters, and how many businesses you reach out to every single day, how many contacts you get, how many emails you send, how many Instagram DMs you send, how many cold calls, if you're doing cold calling, how many cold calls do you make. All that really matters when it comes to scaling and creating an agency. And with that being said, right now we're really going to dive into the outreach method that I'm going to use. For me, right now, the outreach method I feel most comfortable with and most close to is cold email as well as Instagram DMs. So these two are the two outreach methods that I'm going to be using for scaling this business. So with emails, I'm planning on sending at least 10 to 15 emails per day. And with Instagram DMs, I'm planning on sending 10 to 25 DMs a day. This will allow me to have a broader spectrum or a wider audience to reach to. And if you do the math, if I send at least 10 emails to different companies per week, I'll probably have like 70 different DMs sent. And then if you combine that with 10 Instagram DMs, so that's almost up to 140 different businesses reached per week. which is decent. I don't want to say it's okay, it's just decent. It's really not that much, but it's enough for the business right now and the goal that I'm trying to reach. I feel like it's enough to send that amount of outreach. That's almost up to 140 businesses reached per week, which is probably, if you multiply that by 4 weeks, it's probably going to give you 560-ish businesses per month. So, which is okay, it's close to it. It's actually half of 1,000 businesses per month. So it's actually really decent outreach method. I'm not saying it's the biggest or the best, but as a beginner, as someone who's starting out this agency, I feel like it's enough right now. But as I plan on growing the agency, plan on scaling the agency, as I plan on growing it more, obviously we're going to do more outreach methods. We're going to broaden the spectrum. Now, the second thing that I'm going to talk about, the second thing is the scripts that I'm going to be using for this business. Now, for the scripts, I decided that I will make a separate video, which is probably going to be the next video. I'll be breaking down every single layer of the script that I'm going to use, why I'm going to be using that script, and why I feel like it will have a higher return rate or conversion rate, I guess. So a script that I believe that will be working. So I'll make a separate video on that, which is probably going to be the next video. So you make sure you subscribe to the channel, I guess, for you to be notified when that video drops. So the next thing we're probably going to go to, since we can go into scripts right now, we're going to go into the niche. Now, we know that the niche is probably the most important part of the business of the AI agency, because you need to have a specific audience that you aim for, which is probably going to be the most profitable for you. If you find your own audience or your own type of people that you can go to and offer your services to, that will be more beneficial rather than you just trying to send out different messages to different niches, not having a well fixed out plan. So I feel like niches are very important. And for the niche, I will be going with preferably what I am prepared with and the services that we already have, and we know that we can deliver these services at 100%. So for these services, or for the niches that I'm going to go with, the first one is going to be e-commerce brands. Now with e-commerce brands, I feel it's much more easier when you're, especially when you're starting out as an AI agency, because it's a much more broad spectrum. You have unlimited people to reach to when it comes to e-commerce brands, because there are millions of e-commerce stores, there are millions of e-commerce websites. So it's much more easier to delve into. And with that being the case of e-commerce being a very wide pool, it's easy for you to identify the places where you think the AI can work, or the places where you think you can integrate your AI into their business. Personally, for me, one of the services that I will be offering to e-commerce brands will probably be AI chatbots, and making sure you have a conversation with the brand owners and see how you can help them, not only just offering the AI services to them, but like you looking at their brands and you coming up with solutions that may connect to AI, in which can improve and benefit them the most with AI. Oh, now the second niche that I'm going to dive into is going to be hotels and luxury apartments. So for this specifically, I have built what is called a satisfaction chatbot, and with that I plan on offering it to different hotels and different luxury apartments and see how that's going to go. But with that as well, I'm also going to be offering, like I said, different services. It's not only about you having your service and then offering it, it's about you knowing how you can help their business and knowing how much you understand their business to the point where you give them a solution which is almost brainer to them. So with that being said, these are the top two niches right now that I'm going to go for, and I'll be doing my research. I'll be sending the DMs every single day, and obviously I'll be updating on this channel every single time I get the opportunity to upload. Every single time I get the opportunity to record, I'll be recording and uploading on this channel as well. So that's going to be very interesting. And so yeah, so far that's it. We've discussed the outreach methods and mainly the niche, which were the most important topics for today. And like I said, for the scripts, I will be providing a separate video, which is probably going to be the next video on this page.